Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with the poem Rain on the Roof. Rain on the Roof. This poem actually tells about the rain, the arrival of the rain. So here you have seen, my dear children, a picture of the rain. Now the question arises when we hear this particular sound of the rain, or when we hear about this, what rain itself, host of feelings and association comes to our mind. We begin to be very much introspective. We begin to think about the past time. We begin to remember, recollect a lot of things. Therefore, rain is having two impacts. One, it is having the healing power or curing power, recovering power. When the people are very much so sad or disappointed, then when they will be listening to the sound made by the rain, then their mind will be very much so refreshed or entertained. They will be forgetting their sorrows. They will be forgetting their worries or sorrows. Another one is that the small children, particularly when they want to play during the evening time in the playground, when the rain comes, it becomes a kind of disturbing or pestering force. Therefore, the children make an appeal to the rain god, telling that rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little Arthur wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. So you see, this rain, rain, go away, come again another day. These lines are repeated. 2 times it is repeated, and this repetition is called a refrain. So we will understand everything when you see the poem. The poem is Rain on the Roof. We will be learning for the first time, as we are in class 9 now. So we will be learning all the poetic or literary devices. We will understand what is called the figure of speech that is used in the poem. Then our appreciation, our understanding, our comprehension of the poem will be far, far better. We begin to appreciate, we begin to enjoy the poem like anything. Therefore, my dear children, so let us start with this poem. The poem is Rain on the Roof, and the poet is Skinny. So here the poem is, name of the poem is Rain on the Roof. Rain on the Roof. The poet is, with the poet, Skinny. So it is better that we go to the poet once and we learn something about the poet. So poet Skinny was born in 1826. He was a man who had a full life. During the 19th century, he was at various times a wistful and skillful poet, politician, and filling the role of a senator in the state of Ohio for 2 years, a lawyer in Cincinnati, and a journalist on several publications and newspapers. Now let us see, my dear children. So he enjoyed his life to the full, and he researched different roles of the senator, roles as a journalist, role as a skillful poet and a politician. Therefore, he was called a versatile, versatile genius. Versatile genius means he was a particular talent who had talent in different fields. Have you got, my dear children? Yes, let us proceed. He served in the US Army during the American Civil War. During the American Civil War, he served in the US Army, as a commissioned officer, achieving the rank of lieutenant colonel into the appointment of paymaster. Finally, he had several school teaching posts. Throughout all this, though he made the time to write poetry, and he made 2 collections published, Kyuka and other poems, in 1855, and lyrics of the ideal and the real in 1888. One of his most famous poems, written in 1849, was the lilting and haunting the rain on the roof. That means this poem was written in the year 1849, and this is having the haunting impact. Haunting means the particular thing that comes to your mind very frequently. Baar aata hai. That comes to your mind very frequently. It could be said that this poem established the name of Korsky as a popular poet. Therefore, we can unhesitatingly come to the conclusion that this particular poem, which was published in 1849, the name of the poem is The Rain on the Roof, established him as a popular poet. Some of the things become very much milestone for every person, and for Korsky, this particular poem, Rain on the Roof, become a milestone. Okay. Suppose there is the road, and these are the milestone. Suppose you are going to from Barpeta, you are going to Guwahati. So on the way, there will be the pillar that will be telling about the distance. It is the milestone. Therefore, my dear children, let us proceed now. Therefore, the poet was a American nationalist, and his education was in Antioch College. So this is the image of the poet. You might have seen the poet, and if not, then you see it. Then you can make some detailed study about the poet too, for your better understanding of the poem. Then let us see the introduction of the poem. We will see the introduction, and then we will go to the analysis of the poem. So let us see the introduction here. Rain on the Roof by Korsky is a poem lauding the healing power of rain. Especially when heard from a cozy bed in a lovely cottage. Laud means praise. Praise. The word is coming from laud. Laud means praise. Healing means curing. Curing. Therefore, this particular poem talks about the curing quality or recovering quality of the rain. And because of this recovering quality, the poem is praised or lauded by people all over the world. So what are the kind of the curing quality? So when curing is done, when a person is a diseased person, when a person is suffering from any kind of disease, the doctor comes, gives the medicine. After this treatment, he recovers. In the similar manner, when the person is disappointed, he is very sad, then this particular sound of the rain has an impact on him, and because of that, finally what happened, this also has the healing impact or curing impact on the man, on the child, on the person. It is a poem that is also about the poet's memories of his childhood. Now, when we are talking about the theme, when you are talking of the theme, particular themes, there are many threads or fiber of the themes. Number one thread is that it is having the curing quality. Curing quality. Number two is that it takes one to the past. It takes one to the past. And past is related to what? Past is related to the recollection. Past is related to the recollection or to the memory. Past is related to the memory. Therefore, this poem also has the quality of taking one to the past. At night, when the dark cloud covers the sky and it rains gently, then the poet lies in his cozy bed, listening to the sound of the gentle rain on the rooftop of his house. So this is the start of the poem, my dear children. In the beginning or in the starting stanza of the poem, we can see this particular part. The sky is becoming dark because of the cloud, and the clouds are making movement due to the force of the wind, and finally the sky become very much dark, and finally sound is the heart, and it is the sound of the gentle rain on the top of the roof. And when this action of the rain starts, the reaction is that the poet remembers the mother. The poet remembers the mother, who is the figure of love. Mother is always a fond memory is associated. Okay, fond means very loving memory. Loving memory of the mother is associated, and this is caused by what? This is caused by the pattering sound of the rain. Pattering sound of the rain. Let us continue now. So first let us see that the title is The Rain on the Roof. For every lesson, whether it is a poem or a prose, it is better that we should see whether the title is justified or not. The title is justified or not. When you can judge it, then we can get the theme, we can get the clue or the hint of the theme, and the summary of the lesson too. Then let us see the title, Rain on the Roof. The poem has an apt title. The poet enjoys the sound of the rain as it falls on the roof and creates a gentle melody. Melody means song. Gentle song. Gentle rhythm. Gentle rhythm. More so because he is lying snug. Snug means close. Close in bed into the lovely cottage where he spent his childhood. The gentle tinkle is the sound, that is jingle. Jingle. Jingle of the rain on the shingle. Shingles means the tiles. Tiles bring a dreamy fancy with the bright hues of recollection. Therefore, as soon as the sound of the tinkling or the jingling sound of the rain is heard on the tiles of the rooftop, it brings a variety of the color. It brings all the 7 colors of behavior into the mind of the poet. It also arouses fond memories, very loving memories of his mother in all her gentle loveliness as she looked down on her sleeping children before leaving them to go to her room. Therefore, this also brings the memory of the mother into the poet, particularly the fond memory of the mother when she tries to put the children into the bed before departing for the night by saying good night. Then let us see what is the setting of the poem. So this part is very important, my dear children, for all the lesson. For all the lesson, this setting is very important. Setting, the appropriateness of the title, the theme, the message. This part are always to be noted down into the notebook for your better understanding into the poem. And when you will listen to this explanation, I am very much sure that there will be no morsel of the poem to be understood. Means all the part will be understood well. The poet is lying comfortably snug in his bed with his head pressed against the pillow in a room in his cottage, listening to the patter of the soft of rain as it falls on the shingles of the roof. Therefore, my dear children, the setting means the particular place and the time. So that the place we are talking about, what is the place here? The cottage chamber or cottage room. Cottage is a beautiful small hut specially built for the entertainment, or is a kind of bungalow. It's a kind of bungalow. Therefore, this setting is the cottage room where the poet lies and listen to the patter of the rain. Then let us continue, my dear children. So, before starting the poem, so it is better that we understand some of the devices, some of the poetic devices, So, literary device or the poetic device, you see, these are the ornaments, okay, ornaments. Now the girls will be wearing the necklace and other ornaments, the earlobes, okay, the wristwatch, many more ornaments are there, the necklace and other. And these ornaments actually contributes to the beauty. It enhances the beauty. It makes her more beautiful. In the similar manner, the poet, when the poet actually uses these poetic devices, the poem is made more beautiful and the poet can give the message more beautiful. So the common poetic devices or the figure of speech are alliteration, imagery, simile, metaphor, and all this thing we'll have to understand. My dear children, you see, what is an alliteration? Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound in the beginning of the letters, letters or initial letters. Alliteration is the repetition of the initial letter, particularly the consonant or the first sound of several sounds, making the state syllable in a line of poetry. Example, over all the steady spheres. Steady spheres, you see this S sound here, therefore this is repeated and therefore we used to call it alliteration. Then let us see imagery. What is imagery? Imagery is a poetic device wherein the author uses words and phrases that appeals us to any of the senses or any combination of the senses to create a mental image for the reader. So, my dear children, you see the what imagery is coming from, it actually comes from image. Image may be the real image or virtual image. Here you will see this is not the real image, this is the virtual image. And this image is created by words, what? The word. You will see when you are walking in the street, your figure, your body will be making an image. That is the real image. And the what is bringing some association or the meaning and creating some image in your mind, that is called the virtual image, and this is in total called the imagery. Have you got it, my dear children? When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, you see this one, when the humid means very wet, W-E-T, wet means drenched, full of oxygen. Shadows hover means hang, H-A-N-G, suspend, okay, suspend. Over all the starry spheres means this word actually gives the image that you can see, therefore it is called the visual image. Other images you will see that may appeal to your listening, therefore this will be the sound image. Say for example, and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. When you are listening to the particularly to the sound, that is the sound imagery. In this way, this imageries will be used in the poem, and we can understand it better when you know the theory, and we can understand and apply the same into the poem. Another imagery, my dear children, is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. So it is better that you also learn the similar word in your mother tongue too. Then it will be quite interesting, and your knowledge also will be huge. Therefore, this onomatopoeia is a particular poetic device in which it is the use of the word in which what we see, the word actually make the sound or imitate the sound. Words imitate the sound. Onomatopoeia is a poetic device in which word imitate the sound, means what actually tell the sound. Suppose I am talking about T-I-C-K, not C-I-T-K, T-I-C-K. Suppose if I am repeating this particular word, tick tick, means it is giving the hint that it is the tick tick of the sound made by the wrist watch or maybe the wall clock. Therefore, this word is the onomatopoeia. Now, my dear children, let us go directly to the poem so that we understand it better. So, I will be reading out the poem for your understanding. Okay, let us see the poem. So, here we start the poem. So, you have understood the background, the setting. You have understood about the biography of the poet. You have also understand the introduction of the poem, how the poem introduces. So another point that we need to remember, my dear children, is the rhyme scheme. RHYME, rhyme scheme. This another term that you need to remember very beautifully. And when you are understanding this rhyme scheme, then it will be also helping you to find out the refrain. Refrain means the repetition of the part of the sentence, or repetition of the full sentence, or the repetition particularly of the sentence or the part of the sentence at the end of the stanza. At the end of the stanza. So the poem is divided into many stanzas, and particularly towards the end of the stanza, you will see some of the lines or the part of the lines are repeated there. That is called the refrain. You can understand the same just by understanding the rhyme scheme. So rhyme scheme, in order to find out the rhyme scheme, my dear children, so what we will have to do, let us continue. Let us see to the poem. Here you see, suppose this is the first stanza. First I will read out the poem and then we will go to the rhyme scheme of it. So the poem was Rain on the Roof. First let us try to appreciate the poem without understanding the words. Rain on the roof. When the humid shadows hover over all the steady spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rain tears, what a bliss to praise the pillow of a cottage chamber bed, and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and a thousand dreamy fancies into a busy beam start, and a thousand recollections weave their yard into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years ago to regard the dawning dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. What is Course King? Course King. Now, my dear children, let us see the rhyme scheme of the poem. Rhyme scheme. Now, let us take a pen. So, here we start. So, you will see the first stanza. You see how many lines are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lines are there. This is stanza 1. This is stanza 1. First stanza. Now we'll go to the end. In order to find the rhyme scheme, what we'll do, we'll have to go to the end of the lines. Means that this is line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, like that. So here we see the first line, when the humid shadows hover. Suppose we give this the rhyme scheme for this the sound, okay, in order to imply the sound of the first line, we are giving A for it. We are giving A. Over all the steady spheres, this sphere, this sound, spheres and hover, is it the same or different? It is different. Therefore, as it is different, we will be writing the next letter, B. Again you see, and the melancholy darkness, again you see, this is again different. A, B, C. Gently weeps in rainy tears. Tears is again darkness, and tears Again different. A, B, C, D. What a bliss to praise the pillow. Pillow. It is again different. Pillow. Of a cottage chamber bed. Chamber bed. Is there any similarity here? No. Then it will be F. And lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Of the soft rain overhead. So what will be the sound here? This sound is a patter. Patter is you see any similarity there? Patter and hover, patter, hover, different. F G E F G of the soft rain overhead. Overhead. Any similarity? No similarity. Therefore, now we are putting H here. So when we are going, this rhyme scheme of the first stanza will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now when you move forward, then you can see some lines will be repeated. So let us see. This patter upon the roof. This part, see this patter. This is repeated. And lie listening to the patter. Lie listening to the patter. This is similar. Again you will see in the next one, by the patter of the rain, any other lines which are repeated, not repeated here, therefore the repetition is there only. So literally speaking, we find in the poem some words are repeated, and this repetition is called the refrain. And here in this poem, the refrain also is made by the repeated sound of the poem, the repeated sound particularly of the rain on the top of the roof. Now let us see the explanation to the poem, my dear children. So let us see, when the sky is covered with a dark cloud and it starts raining, have you ever listened to the patter of soft rain on the roof? On the roof? So everybody might have listened to it. Many of us may simply ignore it also. But a majority of the cases will notice that we listen to it and a host of recollections and memories comes to our mind. What thought flashed through your mind as you heard this melody of nature? Melody of nature. Read the poem to find out what the poet dreamed of while listening to the rain. Then we see what the poet actually thought, what are the feelings and the dreams, what are the recollections that came into the mind of the poet after listening to this particular sound. We'll see in the poem. So here we go. Let us continue. So let us see. When the humid shadow hover over all the starry fears, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to praise at the pillow of a cottage bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain. Let us see, my dear children. So we are coming to the first stanza. So here you can see one picture of the bed. So this is a beautiful cottage, comfortable bed, and there is the window. Through the window you are looking at, you are beholding the beauty of nature, and it is the time for the rain. When the rain comes, you listen to the sound of the rain. After hearing the sound of the rain, host of feelings comes to your mind. So what are the feelings? The feelings are when the humid shadows hover means let us say that the meaning, all these meanings are to be very much so clear because this is the scene point. Therefore, it is better that from humid the word humidity comes. Normally, people used to tell that in northeastern part of India, humidity is more. This humidity means the water content in the atmosphere, humidity. Therefore, we call it wet. Wet or drenched. Wet or drenched or moist. M-O-I-S-T, moist. D-R-E-N-C-H-E-D, drenched. Okay. Hover. Hover means what? S-U-S, suspend. Okay. So pendulum जैसा मतलब मूव करते हैं. Okay. This is the pendulum. Okay. This is the original position of the pendulum. Now sometime it is going there. Sometime it is coming here. So that the cloud also what they are doing. Sometimes they are going to this direction. Sometimes they are going to this direction. They are at the mercy of the wind. At the mercy of the wind. When the wind is flowing or moving, then the cloud, what the cloud do? Cloud are moving just by the mercy of the wind, and particularly it is the night time. Over all the starry fears, means stars are actually seen at night time. At night time, stars are seen. Therefore, the time will be night time. Therefore, so we are talking about the sky. We are talking about the sky, and in the sky you will see there are the cloud, and the cloud, what the cloud do. So about the starry sphere, that particular sphere where the stars are seen, what they do? The clouds are moving from one direction to another, moving to and fro, making to and fro movement. Okay. Then let us continue. Let us continue. And the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. And the melancholy darkness. Let us see this word melancholy. Melancholy means what? Melancholy means sad. Melancholy means what? S-A-D, sad. Or depressed. D-E-P-R-E-S-S-E-D, depressed. Or gloomy. Gloomy or dark. So this is the night time. There is no stars in the sky, and in the starry area or the starry spheres, there is the cloud. The clouds are making movement, and it is becoming dark. And this sad darkness, does what? Does actually results in darkness. Results in because of this darkness. Okay, because of this darkness, what we can see, it is followed by the rain. Means after this things, after this occurrence, after this activity, what happens? There is the rain. Rain comes in the forms of the tears. In the forms of the tears. Means here you will see, my dear children, there is another use of poetic device, that is called personification. Personification. Personification means it is again a poetic device where a non-living things, okay, I am writing non-living, NL, non-living things, is given to the quality of the living things. Who are the living things? Human beings are the living things. The animals are living things. And human being had the emotion, feeling, okay? And when this emotion and the feeling, the life quality is given to those non-living things, that is called the personification. So what is the personification here? As if rain has the feeling and emotion, as if the rain is very unhappy and therefore it is coming into the form of tear. Means the writer, through this personification, the poet wanted to tell that people people are very much disappointed, very much depressed, and solution to this actually lies on them itself. Means that the solution to this the problem of the disappointment lies on them only. Now at this particular moment when the rain comes, after the rain comes, the poet tells that when it rains, when I am lying on the comfortable and cozy bed in the chamber of the cottage, and I lie listening to the sound made by the rain, then it is a kind of blessing, it is a kind of bliss. Bliss means it is a kind of blessing. To praise the pillow of a cottage chamber bed, lie listening to the patter or the soft rain overhead. So this patter actually means the patter is a sound. This is the tapping sound. Patter is the tapping sound. So it is the beating sound. It is the beating sound. Okay, beating sound, or it is the drumming sound, drumming. All these word meanings, my dear children, you will be writing or entering in your notebook for your understanding and for your memorization, so that in future you can learn more. Therefore now the poet uses this sensual imagery. This image is there. What is that image? The image is the sound image now. The sound image. What sound is made? The pattering sound. So what is the pattering sound? Tapping or beating or drumming sound. And because of this patting or beating or drumming sound, what happened? The poet is so happy. The poet is so happy to listen to this song that he got a heavenly peace, and therefore he said that it is a kind of blessing. It is a kind of blessing when you listen to this particular sound made by the rain on the top of the room, and at that time you are lying on the bed and pressing the pillow of the cottage chamber bed. So this is the first stanza, my dear children. It talks about visual the visual of the rain. It talks about the sound of the rain, and the reaction on the poet, how he was impressed, how he felt a kind of blessing on him due to the impact of the rain. Therefore now let us see, we'll be going to the next stanza now. So in this part, my dear children, the poetic device that is used is called alliteration. The alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound into two or more consecutive words. Humid, hover, A sound is repeated. Stereo fares, S is repeated. Press pillow, P is repeated. Lie listening, L is repeated. Therefore, all these are the example of the alliteration. Then let us cross it, my dear children. There is an example of onomatopoeia also. So onomatopoeia is, as we have already discussed, it is the sound. It is the sound that is made by the word that actually gives the hint to the meaning of the word too. Patter is the use of the sound word. It is the sound made by the raindrop falling on the rooftop. Personification. treating a non-living thing as living beings. Darkness has been personified when he says that it is sad. Darkness is personified. Okay, darkness as if he is a man and feel very much sad. Another figure of speech is transferred epithet. The transferred epithet is the use of an adjective with a noun where it refers to another noun. You see, melancholy darkness. The darkness is noun, melancholy is adjective. Okay, therefore adjective and noun put together, and this both these words actually refers to another noun. The darkness is not melancholy, but it refers to the sad people. It refers to the sad people. Melancholy darkness means it refers to the sad people. Therefore, let us proceed now to the second stanza. So, you have seen that the small child is sleeping very comfortably, and at the time there is the sound of the pattering sound of the rain. That is a heart. Now, let us see the stanza number 2. Stanza number 2 here. Let us proceed. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo into the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their ear threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now let us see, my dear children, tinkle is the sound. Again, this is the sound imagery or the image that is created by the sound. Tinkle means what? The meaning of tinkle is jingle. जो हम jingle bell बोलते हैं, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell during the Christmas time. Every tinkle on the shingles, shingles means what? It may be the P-E-double-B-L-E, pebble or stone. Okay. It may be the tiles on the roof. Therefore, the rain actually falls on the tiles of the roof, and it produces the jingling sound or buzzing sound, or the particular sound like the bell. Okay, sound like the bell. And what is the impact of it? Has an echo into the heart. Okay, has an echo into the heart. Echo means what? The repetition of the sound. The repetition of the sound. When in the cave, hollow cave, you are making the sound like whoo. Then the same sound, okay, touching any wall or the corner, it will be coming back, and that is called the echo. Echo of the sound. So what is the echo now? The echo is the memory, the recollection, the memory in the heart of the poet. That means when he heard this particular sound at the present time, it transported or took him to the past, where there were lot of imagination, where the lot of dreams, and particularly the recollections or memories of the past when he was a very small child. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being stirred. And 1,000 dreamy fancies. Fancies means what? It is coming from the singular form is F-A-N-C-Y, fancy. Fancy means imagination. Imagination also very fantastic type of imagination. Means little uncommon type of imagination, means unrealistic type of imagination. Therefore, this is the action part. Newton's third law, action part. What is the action? The rain falls, sound is made, and this sound takes the part to the past, and into the past there were a lot of memories, and his mind or heart is filled with all those memories, all those fantastic memories, all those very strange or very uncommon memories of the past. that start in his heart. And 1,000 recollections weave their ear trait into oof. Into oof. Oof means texture. T-E-X-T-U-R. Fabric. Fabric. Suppose you are making a cloth, then these are the structure. Okay, fabric will be making the structure or the structure. Therefore, all this memories came and they made a kind of texture. They weave a kind of cloth of the past, and that was done by what? That was done by the blissful sound of the rain. As I listened to the patter of the rain upon the roof, all this happened. All these dreams or the recollection of the past came to the mind of the poet only when he listened to the pattern sound made by the rain. My dear children, I suppose you understood the second stage. Now let us move. So you will see these words are already discussed: tinkle, ring, jingle, ping, short like ringing sound, shingles, echo, woof, patter. Okay. Now here in this second stanza, the literary device that is used again is alliteration, means the repetition of the consonant sound. One is the BG, B sound is repeated. There H sound is repeated. Rain, roof, R sound is repeated. Another same figure of speech like in the first stanza, onomatopoeia is used here. So onomatopoeia here is tinkle, patter. These are the sound made by the raindrop. Therefore, these are called the onomatopoeia. There is again the personification. Personification, treating a non-living thing as living being, is the personification. Personification is also used here. You will find out the personification from this part. Again, there is a transferred epithet that is used here. Dreamy fancies. Dreamy fancies. It is not dreamy fancies. It actually tells about what? The dreamy people or the dreamer. It does not mean that the fancies are dreamy. Fancies are dreamy. It talks about what? It talks about the people who are dreamy, the people who actually dreams, Now let us come to the third stanza. So we will see this third stanza now. So this is the concluding stanza or the ending stanza, and in the ending stanza we find as usual some of the solution given, that is given in the third stanza of the poem. So what is the solution? Let us see now. So here also we will see there is the application of Newton's third law is used. So what is the third law? Action and reaction. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So what was the action? The action was the rain. What did rain do? Rain fell. Where it fell? It fell on the rooftop. What sound it made? It made the patter. What was the impact or the reaction? What was the impact or the result of it? Lot of dreams came to the mind of the poet. So these dreams are related to whom? The dreams are related to the mother means the memory of the mother comes to the poet, because the mother also as font as font as the rain. As the rain was a kind of bliss, the mother's memory also was a very fond memory, a darling memory, a loving memory. Let us see now. Now in memory comes a mother as she used in years ago. Ago means ago. This is the archaic form, A-R-C-H-A-I-C. Archaic means old English, okay? Old English form. Ago. To regard the darling dreamers as she left them till the dawn. You see, my dear children, dawn means early morning. Early morning. Early morning. Therefore, what was the impact of this sound of the rain? The impact was that the memory of the mother came to the poet as she used in years ago. What she used? So this use actually is used for what purpose? To tell about some activity of the past which were habitual. What was the habitual? That means the poet will be telling about some habitual act. So what is that habitual act? As she used in years ago to regard the darling dreamers as she left them till the dawn. Here you see. So these dreamers are the sibling. Sibling means what? The children of the same parents. Children of the same parents. So when the mother went to the bed of the children, just before they go to bed, the mother did what? Mother many times told some rhymes, okay, told some rhymes in order to put the children to the bed. And now this particular scenery, this particular memory comes to the mind of the poet, and the poet mind is filled with those recollection when the mother used to put the children dreamer into the bed where they will lie very comfortably till the early morning. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to the refrain. Here you see, my dear children. So now he is expressing a kind of repentance. Okay, repentance, regret or repentance. So this word "oh" is used telling that he actually missed the presence, miss the particular fond memory of the mother when the mother was very much absent, and therefore he tells or expresses his regret, telling that I feel the fond memory of my mother when I listen to this refrain. When I listen, this is the old English, and the meaning is listen, L-I-S-T, and listen. When I refrain means the repeated sound. This refrain is the sound that is made by the rain. Therefore, you see, the repeated sound of the rain falling on the shingles or the top of the roof had the impact of bringing the memory of the mother into the poet. When the mother's memory was a very fond memory, means the particular memory which he liked very much. As I listen to the refrain which is played upon the shingles of the roof. When he listened to the shingles of the roof, the repeated sound that is made by the rain has the impact of bringing him to the fond memory of the mother when the mother was very much very much a loving and caring mother who took the children to the bed and told many rhymes in order to put the children to the bed. So this is the phone memory of the mother comes to or horn backs to the poet, and he feels very much blissed. He feels very much blissed after hearing this sound, and this is caused by the rain. Therefore, the rain here, as we were discussing about the theme, rain is having the healing power, healing or curing power on human beings. Therefore, my dear children, the poem is over. Let us see some of the questions that may be asked in the final exam. So you have seen that the words already told. Air means the old form, meaning is before. Dawn is the daybreak. List is listen, old or poetic form. Refrain is the repeated sound. Here also the alliteration is used. Alliteration is memory of my mother, darling dreamers. D sound repeated. Here M sound is repeated. Memory of my mother. Again, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is used here. You will find how this onomatopoeia used. So this patterning sound is the onomatopoeia. So some of the frequently asked question on the rain on the roof. So let us discuss some of the very important question. What is the summary of the rain on the roof? Summary of the rain on the roof. The poem Rain on the Roof talks about the poet's varied reaction to the sound of the raindrop falling on the roof of his house. Varied reaction. We are talking about the Newton's third law. So he heard the sound. After hearing the sound, what were the impact, what was the result, what were the lot of association that came into the mind of the poet. He says that the raindrop at night are like tears shed by the sad dark night. Question number 2. Next question. Let us see the next question. What is the main theme of the poem Rain on the Roof? So this sort of question, my dear children, you will be writing, or just into the beginning of the poem also, as I have discussed, you will be writing the main theme of the poem. So main theme will be the healing power of the rain. In this form, as in the newspaper heading you will be writing, then it will have a lot of impact on your understanding. The theme of the poem is the healing power of the rain. The musical sound of the raindrop falling on the rooftop at night has the ability to revive sweet memories and rouse fancies in an otherwise busy mind. The rain does soothe and comfort an overworked mind by taking it back to its lovely past. Let us see another question. What appears when the rain falls on the shingles? When the drops of rain fall on the shingles, they make a tinkling sound. The impact is the tinkling sound. The tinkling sound or pattering sound. The tinkling sound echoes his heart. It again makes some echo into the heart of the poet. Thousand old memories. As a result, what happened? 1,000 old memories comes into the mind that creates a ear trait into pattering sound. So my dear children, this is the end of the lesson, and some of the MCQ question along with the textual questions you will write. You will also write some extract based question, means you will be writing suppose 4 or 3 lines from the first stanza, second or third, and then you will be writing the questions that follow. You will also write the MCQ, because MCQ type of question will come in CBSE, I mean in the latest pattern of CBSE. Therefore, you need to be very much thorough about that also. With this, let us conclude. Thanks to all.